up, everybody? This is Rob from LearnBridge.nyc, and this is the recap of the weekly Thursday game, which we hold right here in New York City at Honors Bridge Center. And we had a great showing this morning for the game. We had 11 tables, and I actually got to sit down and play some hands. So that was fun to match wits against my Thursday morning regulars. And it was a really interesting batch of hands that we had based on the number of questions I had, which was an all time high. We'll have a lot of work to do in a few seconds here, but I just want to let you guys know, those of you that are in New York, and also those of you watching on YouTube, what's coming up for my classes. And each Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening, I hold a class at the Cavendish Bridge Club, and that's right here on the Upper East Side on 87th and 3rd. And you can join us this Wednesday for a really cool duplicate game. This will be an ACBL sanctioned duplicate game with master points. And this is what I like to call my final exam. The entire month we've been focusing on competitive auctions and how to actually deal with when the opponents come into your auction or when you're coming into the opponent's auction. So we've been covering a lot of that stuff, and it's all online free if you want to check the Wednesday morning class right at learnbridge.nyc. You can take a look at what we've been working on, and you can show up and play a duplicate game where you're going to have lots of competitive bidding situations. It'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully, you'll learn a lot and get some experience, and maybe even find a new partner or two. And the same thing's going on Wednesday evening. In the evening class, we've been focusing on defense. So we're going to hold a very similar duplicate game on Wednesday evening at Cavendish, and that will be focusing on defense, which has been what we've been working on here over the last few weeks. So even if you haven't attended class, guys, you can take a look at what we've been doing. It's all posted online, and you can join us for a fun and educational way to spend your Halloween evening. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I have a new live online lesson coming up. It's been a little while since I've done this. It's because I've been working on the program to get all the kinks worked out, and I think we may be headed towards finally getting the product right, but I want to test it a few more times. So these will all be free live online lessons. And on Tuesday, October 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to hold a live slam bidding lesson right on YouTube. And I will post instructions on joining that right on the homepage of learnbridge.nyc. Or if you just go to YouTube and search LearnBridge or LearnBridge NYC, it should direct you right to my page, and you can join me via that platform as well. So let's jump into the hands we saw this Thursday morning. So we're going to start out sitting north on board number 2. And the way I choose the boards, guys, is I get a lot of questions from you. And today we had 33 boards in play. So we certainly had more than the usual number of boards to be seen. So it's not surprising I got a lot of questions. And what I've done with this video is I've tried to kind of take the more interesting and, more importantly, the more useful hands for you to know about throughout the board set. So some of you might not have played a board or two in this video, but all of you will have played at least one or two of these boards, because we're going to look at boards from each of those 3 board sets that you had at your table. And board number 2 is an excellent example of a hand that you kind of need to get right, and for a lot of reasons. The auction started with our right hand opponent opening 1 spade, and we made a takeout double, right? We have the perfect shape for that. We have more than enough points, right? We only need an opening hand, and we have about 16 high card points. So this is for sure a takeout double. But after that, our left hand opponent raises to 2 spades, and it goes pass, pass back to us. So let's set up some parameters for this situation. First of all, when the opponents have established a fit and they're willing to sell out for the 2 level, it's almost always going to be right to take a call. So the rule is, if you're in the balancing seat and the opponents are in 2 of a major, you should almost always be bidding. And this hand is way more clear cut because we actually have better than normal values, right? We have a good 16, and our shape couldn't be better, right? We're happy with any suit our partner picks. So in this case, we just start with another double, right? You would do this with actually much less in this case as well, because of the importance of you bidding. But the fact that you have this many points means it's right to double. This is still a takeout double, and it just says, hey, partner, pick one of the suits, right? I don't care which one, just tell me where you want to play. And if we look at this entire hand now, we can see that the results will be either South gets to play 3 clubs, because that's the suit they're going to pick, or East West is going to compete to the 3 level. And I would guess the West hand, with all that extra shape, would probably find it really hard not to compete to 3 spades. And the beauty of this is, if they do that, you're going to beat it a trick on good defense. Whereas if we left them in two spades, they would just be making plus 110 for making two. And if we get to play three clubs, we're probably a favorite to make that on relatively normal play. And if we go down, guess what? If it's only down one, it's minus 100, which is better than minus 110, which would be two spades making two. So this is almost always a win-win situation. Next one is board 13, and this was a very good slam hand. So we're sitting west on this board, and we see our partner open to no trump, and this is our hand. To get this right, we have to kind of understand slam bidding after no trump. And here is the simplest thing I can say for this without giving you more information, which I will give you in the online lesson on October 30th at 7 p.m. So if you want to learn more about these specific situations, tune into that and you get a lot of information and a lesson you can take with you. So after 2 no, we have to somehow establish a fit in order to actually bid key card Blackwood. Right? If we don't establish a fit, we will not be able to bid key cards. So the wrong bid initially is three diamonds. Because if we bid three diamonds and partner bids three hearts, and then we bid four no trump, we're going to be making a quantitative raise. And that's because we have not established our fit yet. We've only said we have five of them, so partner can't know we have a fit. So the way we deal with this, and we should certainly be thinking about slam, our hand is amazing, and we know we have at least an 8-card heart fit because partner opened no trump. We start with the Texas transfer. And for those of you that might not be familiar, the Texas transfer is simply a Jacoby transfer at the game level. And it guarantees a fit in the suit we're transferring into. So it always shows at least 6 cards, and it shows at least enough to play game. And the beauty of this also is if we do it this way, partner knows we have a fit, so now we get to bid for no trump. And that's how we get to 6 hearts on this hand. And we're looking at the east-west cards here. We're sitting west, and we can see that partner's 2 no bid is spot on. They have a solid 20. And this is actually going to be a hand that's relatively easy to make 7 on. I don't expect any of us to get to 7 on this. In fact, bidding a grand slam at the Bridge Club is usually not a great strategy. So if you bid 6 hearts, you did really well. And that's kind of where you're going to want to stay, right? You're not going to want to tempt no trump when hearts is such a good contract, especially considering that this hand will be in charge. And with these 2 short suits, obviously playing in a suit is going to be much preferred. So after 4 no trump, partner would respond 3 key cards. They have the King of Hearts, which is our trump suit, the Ace of Clubs, and the Ace of Diamonds. So they would bid 5 diamonds. Now we have all the key cards. We might make a try for 7 in a more established expert level partnership. But here, honestly, just jumping to 6 hearts is super reasonable after partner's response, and you'll play a very good slam. And I think some of you certainly got to that slam today. And if you did, congratulations. Good job. All right, board number 17, we're sitting west once again, and we saw our partner open 1 spade. Our right-hand opponent overcalled 2 diamonds, and it was our choice. And this is a good cubid. Right? The 3 diamond bid here is going to show 10 or more points and at least a fit in the suit our partner bid. So in this case, it shows at least 3 spades and it shows 10 or more points. And that's perfect for this hand. Our values are concentrated and very good. We have a shortness point here. So this is all systems go for a cubid. If you only bid 2 spades, you risk not getting to a possible slam when partner had a really good hand, right? So here, this is worth it. With some more balanced tens, right? So let's say we have a similar hand. Maybe our major suit cards aren't so good and our values are scattered. And also, let's say we have a 3rd diamond here, right? Take a club away and now we're 4-3-3-3. Now with tens like that, you can just make the normal raise. But this is certainly better than that. So you want to encourage partner as much as possible. And we can see some mistakes here if this is the way the auction went. Because if we look at the south player on this hand, they originally bid 2 diamonds. But if we take it back and right-hand opponent opens 1 spade, we are certainly going to want to preempt more often than not with a hand like this. And here are the downsides to this preempt. The one downside is we have four hearts. And it's possible we might be able to find a fit like this, but we have some more information to go on because guess what our partner did originally? They passed. Right, so now the likelihood of us finding any other spot than diamonds has, gone way down. So in this case, when partners already passed, it's much better to bid three diamonds. And the reason we do this isn't because it looks cool and we want to say skip bid or something. We do it because it puts way more pressure on our opponents and it takes away their options. When we bid two diamonds, West has the choice between a Q bid and a normal raise to two spades. If we jump to three diamonds and preempt the auction more effectively, now West is just kind of boxed into a three spade bid, which is now super wide ranging. So our preempt here is much better because it restricts the information that the opponents can exchange. And on this particular hand, as it turns out, you can make a slam. And a lot of you are asking about, hey, do we want to be in the slam or how do we get there? And the answer is, you don't want to be in the slam. Right? This slam requires you to take a successful finesse in the club suit. Right? If the king of clubs is not on side, right, or maybe generously being led or falling, you are not going to make this hand, right? So you don't want to be in slams that are 50% slams. You want to be in slams that are more on the 70 plus side, right? So you're going to lose a diamond always, and if the club finesse is wrong, you're going to lose a trick. So being in four spades is fine. That being said, if my partner did make a Q bid at the three level, I would probably make a control bid for them with a hand like this. Right? I don't want to risk missing a slam if I do have one. I have great shape. I've had great second suit in clubs. I would probably, if I saw my partner Q bid at the three level, I would probably make my next bid four clubs. I know we're going to game, maybe slam now on an auction like this. But as you can see, bad slam shouldn't be in it. Real quick on board number 19, I just want to tell you that I would always open the west hand one no trump. Right? On this particular hand, south is going to start with a pass and it's going to be west choice and they have a balanced hand. I know they have a 5 card major, but their hand is balanced. They're 5-3-3-2 and they have exactly 15 points. The old school textbooks tell you to open a spade, and even some modern day players do prefer opening one spade. But opening a no trump is, in my opinion, just always going to be better. You dial in a tight range of points. It's usually going to be 15 or 16 max, because if you have 17 in a 5 card major, you're probably going to treat that as a stronger hand. Actually, will open that a major. So it's usually that tight 15 to a balanced 17, and it's going to be easier for you to navigate these auctions, especially at the beginning of your bridge careers, right? We all are a lot more comfortable with dealing with no trump auctions than we are with other types of auctions, right? So just simplify your life, open one no trump, and the auction will be pretty simple from there. It'll go one no trump by the west player, and we're going to see that East is going to just raise to two no trump in whichever way their partnership would do this, right? So after a one no trump opening bid, if you play two no trump as your invitational bid, that's what you'll do. If you play some sort of minor suit transfers, you'll do something else, but eventually you'll just make an invite to three no, and you will play it in two no trump, right? Partner is certainly not going to go looking for game with a minimum hand, only 15 points. And I don't want you to worry. You are missing out on a spade fit, right? But so is everyone else that is opening this the normal one no trump opening bid, right? Don't worry about missing your 8 card major suit fits, especially when you're balanced, right? That spade suit is going to be a great source of tricks in no trump, right? So you are missing a fit, but it's actually not terrible for you. And guess what the highest scoring contract is? It's no trump. So you should not be worried about this, right? This is good stuff. All right, pop quiz on board number 23. This is the auction. What do you do? Our left-hand opponent, and we're sitting east on this hand, so our left-hand opponent is south. They opened one spade. And then it went pass by our partner, one no trump by the north player to our right. We overcalled two clubs, perfectly reasonable here. We have an excellent club suit and a good hand. And now lefty bid two spades and our partner doubled. So the question is, what is that? Take a couple moments and think about this. If you need more time, just press pause, but I'm going to give you at least a couple seconds here to think about what this could be. So this is a penalty double. It says, oh my goodness, I can't believe they rebid their spades. I want to play for penalty. And that's what it should be for all of our partnerships, especially the ones playing in the Thursday morning game. It's much simpler this way. And take a look. Partner passed originally, so they had nothing constructive to say after the opponent opened one spade, which, guess what? If they had a lot of spades, even if they had a good hand, they wouldn't have a bid here. All right, and this double certainly suggests that they have spade length, as does our shortness in this suit. It's just much easier to look at this as just what it seems to be. It's a penalty double, and that's exactly what it should be for you guys in this situation. Now, some expert level partnerships would disagree, and that's why we have partnership discussions and agreements, right? In fact, with some of my partners, I'm sure we would play this as a takeout double, but that really complicates stuff, and you absolutely have to have an experienced partnership to change these normal agreements up, right? So the best agreement to have here is on an auction like this, especially when partner passed the opening bid, you made an overcall, and now they're doubling. Like, what could they be asking you to do here? This is just, hey, I want to defend. And if you pass it, you will see that your partner certainly had a whole bunch of the spade suit sitting in a great spot. Right after the one spade bid, they certainly weren't going to do anything but pass, and now they were elated to see South rebid their spades. It's so normal for South to rebid their six card spade suit. Some players might have chosen to rebid their diamond suit even in this spot when they had four. But if you bid two spades, you didn't really do anything wrong, guys. You just got very unlucky if you were getting doubled and going down. And that just happens sometimes. The cards just break badly. So let's look at board 30 from South's perspective. And on this hand, they would have seen their right hand opponent open one heart. And the question is, what do we do with this hand? Can we make a call? And the answer is we absolutely should. Uh, I know a lot of you who took beginner lessons with me, especially like beginner intermediate doubles type stuff. I told you that you should almost always have a four card major. And in fact, if you're a true beginner, you should just make this an agreement with your partner. We'll always have four of the other major because it helps you, it eases you into the doubles and the responses. So it's a good agreement to have. However, in the type of game we're playing on Thursday morning, we're a little more seasoned, and this is a clear cut spot where we want to show partner our shape the best way possible. And that's double. So even though we only have three spades, not only are they really good, the rest of our shape is spot on, right? We have four diamonds, four clubs, and we have three cards in the spade suit. And think about the definition of a double. The textbook definition is three cards in every suit, and usually shortness in their suit. Boom, we have it. We have a good opening hand, so doubling is very reasonable here. That's probably your best bid is South. And if you do that, North will definitely be competing in spades throughout this hand. And this will be a very interesting auction after double because the West players should be raising hearts in some way. They have a very good raise for partner with their singleton ace of clubs, three trumps, and a nice side suit. So you'll see a pretty healthy auction, probably. And the reason we'll have such a competitive auction is we started with double, right? And now partner is going to come in aggressively knowing that even if we have three, which they should know is a slight possibility, we still have an eight card fit. And they have 9 points, so this is going to be a nice competitive auction. And it's because we started with the double, right? If we start with anything else, especially pass, we are unlikely to find our fit in time to kind of disrupt their auction effectively. Okay, so double is okay even when you don't have four of the other majors sometimes. Partner opened two no trump, so this started really good for you. The question is, what do we do? And the answer is when we have five and four in the majors, we have five spades and four hearts, and we have enough values to be bidding Stamen, we start with that, right? When we're 5-4, if we don't start with Stamen, we won't be able to come back and find our 4-4 fits, right? Because the transfer is just going to be one suit and it's five plus cards. So here we want to get this out of the way first. And if we bid Stamen, we're going to see partner respond three diamonds and it comes right back to us. So partner's denying a four card major. So boom, we do not have a heart fit, but we may still have a spade fit. And this is when we bid either three spades if you play standard. This is what this would mean. It says, hey partner, I have five cards in the spade suit, and I want you to choose between spades and no trump. And don't worry about this at all. This is always game forcing, so partner cannot pass. They're choosing between no trump and spades. And if you play a convention called Smolin, if we play a convention called Smolin, we would bid three hearts here instead. And this is just another way where we can keep the strong hand playing the contract if we do find a fit. And that's exactly what this three heart bid says. It says, hey, partner, I have five cards in the spade suit. Right, so I want you to bid three spades if you have a fit, and if you do not, I want you to bid three no trump. And unfortunately, on this hand, partner will bid three no trump. So we didn't successfully find a major suit fit. No matter which way we bid this, we're never going to find a fit in a major, which actually takes this hand's values down a little bit, right? Just a notch. It's still a very good hand opposite a two no trump opener. But the fact that we didn't find a major suit fit means it took a little bit of a hit, a little bit of a downgrade. And we kind of know we're misfitting with our partner, right? They only have two spades maximum, and they have at most three hearts. And it probably isn't beyond the realm of possibility to assume partner has some values in diamonds on this hand, right? Considering we're void. On this hand, I wouldn't blame anybody for passing here, right? Or bidding for no trump, which would just be a quantitative raise. It would say, hey, partner, bid slam if you're a maximum. And if we take a look at the north hand here, the north hand does have 20 high card points, and that's it. They do have lots of extra potential sources of tricks, but they should also know that this hand is a misfit, especially because they've opened kind of a little bit of an shapely hand here, 2 no trump. And I would always open this 2 no. Again, for the ease of use, right? When I open no trump, my partnerships are usually much better equipped to have good auctions rather than confusing it with jump shifts and things that might get mistaken, right? So if you have a reasonable no trump bid, and notice when you do open 2 no, you're kind of protecting a tenuous holding in spades. So it's a pretty good bid to make sure you start out playing the hand. And in this hand, we may have an outside shot of making a slam, but really playing no trump is always going to be safe, especially 3 or 4. You're going to be okay on this particular hand. So if you stayed below slam, it's okay. If you bid a slam, you got rewarded handsomely with an excellent result on this board. Only 2 of you were in slam. And 1 of you got to the best slam. 6 clubs is your best place to be on this hand. So if you somehow found a way to get there, you did really well. Actually, this was a great spot for you considering the shapes of these hands. Probably can't make 6 no trump on perfect defense, right? You're gonna be stuck with 11 tricks if they never pitch a diamond from one of their hands. So it's a rough spot in 6 no, but 6 clubs, not too shabby. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching this week. Take a look at everything else I have going on right on the front page of learnbridge.nyc. We have our final exams in the Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening classes, and then we'll start off with new subjects coming in November. So if you missed this go around, we'll have options for you next month as well. And for my online listeners and watchers, take a look at that online lesson this coming Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You'll have a nice online slam lesson using the Bidbox app as usual. So until next time, guys, have a great weekend and early part of next week, and I'll see you at the tables. Take care.